Let's do it. Tell me leave alone. I got you. Tell me leave alone. I got you. And you all alone. I got you. Yeah. Alright now. Tell me leave alone. I got you. Tell me leave alone. I got you. And you all alone. I got you. Yeah. Alright now. Yeah, you fucking with an alien. Came from a place where shit is wireless like avian. Idea, problem, and solution. Fuck that Play-Doh shit. Leaving it up to them, they'll put you in a cave again. Only seeing shadows, fighting somebody else's war. You only seeing shadows. When niggas start telling, man, you only seeing tattoos. Ain't talking to no big fish, you only seeing tattoos. Swimming in a lily pond, where the world can get really small. Might not be big enough for two Biggie Smalls. Listen, y'all, I've been on my Machiavelli shit. In the spiritual realm where impact is delicate. Get back or sell the shit. Yeah, cause you ain't gonna take none of it with you. I ain't got a magazine, but I'm not the one with the issue. I'ma leave your ass alone like it was a goal of mine. My solar plex is on fire, look at all this gold of mine. Leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now, tell me leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now, get the fuck away from me. Fuck with niggas, they gon' doubt me. Pilot everywhere the clouds be. Yeah, that's right. Spraying off some things, go boom boom, racing in the thing that goes zoom zoom, saying cryptic things like voodoo. Air, alright, yeah. Fucking with the flight box, you gon' need doctor's nuts, you know. Make a nigga lose his hat, now you talking Bobby Smurder. Free everybody like that, it's not rehabilitation, you know. They just hold a nigga back, it can only be debilitation. Fuck being on the ground, I just like to be a bit of space, you know. Only understand the circumstance, I don't see the situation. Yeah, I do this all the time. I got you if you ever need me, call my line. Leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now, leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now, leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now, leave me alone, I got you. Tell me leave me alone, I got you. And you all alone, I got you. Yeah. Alright now.
I'm saying real stuff, you know what I'm saying? Real getting in the circumstances and the situation. Create new functions. And the moon is in goddamn Libra. So with the moon being in goddamn Libra, that's going to let us know that we're going to be reacting and responding to some form of balance, some form of fairness. You planting bad seeds, you're going to be reacting and responding to some form of unbalance, some form of unfairness. And then you might be trying to be in search for your life, trying to initiate some form of conversation to think that you're going to get the job done to bring things back into balance. Bastard. I'm saying because you don't know about this channel or something like that, so you probably just found this channel, so you just get flunked out. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but balance in my life. I'm gonna tell you like that right now. It's nothing but balance. It's nothing unbalanced. Anybody I bring around me, they gonna feel balanced. And ain't nothing unpolarized or fractured and structured other than that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's chaos and there's order, but somewhere in between there's a sweet spot. Between your mind tropics, between the toe knuckle, goddamn Cancer, between the left lung, goddamn Aries, and somewhere where your right elbow ain't grow right, in Libra. So you got to think about certain circumstances and stuff. You start to understand, like, wait a minute. Oh, I need to change my life to get to God. Got to go through man. You know what I'm feeling that? Pilot man. Not talking about nothing super. Nothing super that they was talking about was just man. It probably had super pilot man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Superman. Who just put that? Don't even mix together. So that's like salt, water, taffy. None of those mixed. You know what I'm saying? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. None of those really mixed. You know what I'm saying? Where's the equilibriums of the other stuff and the other duels and stuff? You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All three of y'all. Charlemagne the God, DJ Dingy, and goddamn Angela Yee, who ain't there no more. Don't even mix. That's why she ain't there no more. He's scamming, and Charlemagne the God got sex scandals. Nothing mixed. So you got to think, like, sometimes anything that comes from Masons that they made up, it don't mix. It don't mix. And don't ever forget, Uriel told you that. Super pilot man. Searching for a super friend. So I'm bringing a few super friends to me this week. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in Ohio or close, or you got the ability, if you got the ability to goddamn be free to be bored, you're gonna be free to be bored. My concept of bored, though, like, I guess it appeared to be exciting to people. It ain't exciting to me. It's something I'm getting out of in this lifetime. I'm saying? I'm tired of living through y'all, and it's time for y'all to live through me, so y'all can see through my lens what I'm expanding for us in the universe. No human can see it. I can see it. It's only going to take me. You know what I'm saying? So the only way that world can get fulfilled, I can't live through y'all no more, because all y'all is my body. So now I came in it with the most equilibrium form that's going to come to everybody. And then that actually became a form for my space to be in that I created for the first time. And then for the most part, boom, I've been living through y'all. Now I'm here out of y'all mind. Time for y'all to live through me while y'all inside me, so I can, like, all of us come together, you know what I'm saying, as a teamwork makes the dream work, and we can fulfill this new world that I gotta lead, though. I gotta be the first in that egg cell. Now, me being the first, we're gonna do another cycle like we did this time, just better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure y'all we don't all fall this time, because I fell first. So I gotta lead. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing the same cycle where I became aware for the first time in that space. Everybody who came after me, even the other angels, INFJs, everybody after, right, became aware. So the forms is after me, right? Now, we in a cycle where a lot of spirits moved into the space where I was at first. So y'all move into an intelligent space with y'all dumbness. And then I moved in y'all space. I moved into the deaf, dumb space with my intelligence. So I'm forced to use I'm forced to use dumb stuff for smart things, and then y'all forced to use, you know what I'm saying, smart stuff for dumb things. Then it got inverted now. Now we're in a position where we in this cycle. I'm back in a dumb position with the smart area. So now I gotta be like dumb with my intelligence. I gotta act like I ain't intelligent. I gotta act like I ain't smart and stuff like that, because I'm in the smart position in the dumb forms. You know what I'm saying? That came after me again. So I'm after y'all. So it's like now I'm trying to be like y'all inside of my body that all y'all taking forms in. So I gotta be smart with dumbness. So being smart with dumbness is like not boasting my ego about what I know I can do and stuff, because it might smother y'all. And then y'all could be y'all can use y'all dumbness for smart stuff and things of that nature. So y'all can use y'all money and material and stuff like that for things that could create structure and order, but you know what I'm saying, it ain't really nothing fulfilling. Now I got it. Now, so what's first shall be last, last shall be first. With that form of intelligence I created first, everybody got that turn. So even you might be a retard right now, then you're gonna come into a cycle where you're the smart person, but you brought out that retardation in that space in your cycle, so you're just gonna be doing dumb stuff smart. And then you might be in a cycle right now where you smart, but you in all this clutter, lacking, not having. That's dumb stuff. Thank you so much for the donation, Julius Payne. So I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So you might be in this cycle right now where you're intelligent more than everybody, but you ain't got no access. You probably a 9FJ or something at that time, or INTJ. So you ain't got no access, so you have to do intelligent shit with dumb stuff. Little to no access, dumb people and stuff like that. Right now, I'm Uriel. Since you only know about that knowledge through me, then I had that experience to know ups and downs first. So for the most part, I was the first one to fall, and I was the first one to shame myself, and I was the first one to get out of that also. So it's about equilibrium. So it's the push, pull, pull, push, right? And therefore, you have to learn how to, when you're in that smart space, not to be stupid. Not to use your smartness for stupidness. And then when you're in that stupidness cycle, not to use your stupidness in front of smart stuff. So that means not be dumb in front of smart stuff, and then don't be too smart in front of dumb things, not just people, all concepts. That's another layer of push and pull physically from the push and pull metaphysically. And then you create an atmosphere out of the atmosphere of polarizations that you was pulling these things from. That automatically creates another atmosphere. And if within it, and if you add a whole bunch of thoughts and feelings and actions and experiences within that template, within that form, it outgrows the form is polarized and become a separate form of itself, an equilibrium space. Now, that's your first body because you had that idea and you brought that there. Your first body is that mind. The world that you had that previous polarized mind and came into the body, and you made all the other spirits aware that that's possible, they start to add their concept of it as best way if they can. That makes that atmosphere bigger. Now we got a new world, a new womb that we all could be born in through. Now, since I'm going to be the first to reach the age, though, there ain't no choice. Y'all ain't got the knowledge. I fell first. It's my responsibility. I got to take it. Humans who don't like it, you will be in hell because you're not understanding to get out your ego. I am you. So everything is in reverse. I have to use you to show you how to be you again. You can't do that to another human. To you, you just have to think about it like, oh, this is what it means to separate from people I don't need to be no more. No, by how Uriel separated from me type circumstance, right? But in a spiritual kind of way. Y'all don't get this part. Y'all don't get that part. But for the most part, here's the thing. Once I'm in here and have all y'all rappers, singers, and stuff like that, fuck me living through y'all, copying me. Y'all live through me now. I'm the only rapper and singer and thingy down here. You take all that, what you accumulating it, doing it for demonic and human stuff, and you support me from doing it. Now I show you the better way to do it. That's you living through me in this world. And then that atmosphere itself, that becomes a body. Now I'm going to be the first spirit floating around, but y'all ain't got to worry about me at that point because I am you. So when y'all all go with y'all situation and be like, oh, I'm here. Y'all put y'all own version of I out of that version of you. So then when y'all get there, y'all gonna be like, I'm here. Where you at? Then you're gonna find a species, an animal, a cloud, another person. And you're gonna be questioning them, trying to learn about yourself, because it's your form of me there. But you're gonna be questioning another person. They might got a little bit more intelligence than you, you might got a little bit more intelligence than them. But y'all might start arguing. Because you be like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? But y'all really in the world with a piece of my body, really trying to question where's Uriel. We followed Uriel here. Uriel ain't here. Uriel left us here. Where Uriel at? And then that's when y'all on y'all quest of trying to find God. But then try not to do that externally so much because y'all gonna make another form of Uriel to summon me back to tell y'all anytime you in search for me again, you really just in search for yourself. So anytime you trying to find God, you trying to find for yourself, and don't try not to call it God. You just be the best way you can. I'm tired of coming down here in and out of y'all mind in the flesh. I'm tired of this shit. I'm very tired. We're going to speed up this goddamn process. You don't feel my pain, and you might think it's pseudo or something like that because you're a fucking human. And I ain't got no time to lie and create characters and act like I ain't this and just use Uriel a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm broader than that. That's my first thought. But just to use that to come in a way that you still don't want to understand. I don't have time for that no more. I don't have time. All y'all minds and brains need to get in this structure so this atmosphere could be created so y'all can quit complaining about this atmosphere that became your organs that y'all need help with every fucking day. Then y'all could be yourselves the best way y'all can amongst each other. Y'all go ahead and get on task. Now I'm going to get on y'all ass. Now look, check it out. Now we got the sun in Capricorn, we got the moon in Libra. So we're reacting and responding, and somebody clip that first part out. If somebody could clip that out, so I could put that on I think I know how to clip it out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because any clips and stuff like that, I need to be around y'all physically in person. So I can move your elbows for you, move your hands for you. But you still gonna have your mind. You still gonna be, you know what I'm saying, doing what I need you to do and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a physical person too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with touching you. I might not, when I'm talking about, I might not even be actually touching you. You know what I'm saying? It's just a presence thing. And I'm tired of doing that from distances and realms of realities before I came in the flesh, just in y'all mind. And then when I'm trying to move y'all knuckles, it almost go to that button on the computer or almost on the phone or almost in your thought. Then somehow, since I wasn't in reality, somehow you come up with your own thought before you move your knuckle in the way I move it. Then it go to the next letter. It go to the religion in your mind. It go to the, I said, damn, shit. Shit, y'all don't understand. You wouldn't. And I'm tired of even trying to lie to come in y'all's shoes to be like, hey, you got this little light that you will be able to understand. There's a mechanism. And if I can figure it out, the right word to put it to you, maybe it's something we all can see. So next time you didn't catch it, the got it energy, and you might have slipped and got the retarded one, and somebody can give you the mechanism how you can still get it and acquire the sauce. But I start to figure out that is my sauce. I just gotta make you do it now. Then when we get in that next atmosphere, you will have it for yourself. You won't have to worry about me coming to smother y'all or nothing. Y'all can breathe as much air as y'all want. I'll be at peace. I have my peace that matches the biggest my space. I can experience through y'all again the way I actually want to. And be sure y'all not gonna make mistakes with the energy. I can feel comfortable that y'all gonna appreciate the environment. Y'all gonna appreciate the vibe. Y'all gonna appreciate the energy. Man, that warm glass of milk will take me every sip, every motherfucking sip. Real, Lord Jesus Christ, can I go back to that word? All right, now look, check this out. Now we got the sun, moon, and Libra. So I'm tearing up, y'all. Look, see, I'm showing y'all my true self. I start tearing up and stuff like that. I gotta chill out. All right, chill out. Y'all don't cry about the same stuff I cry about. You know what I'm saying? All right, now look, check this out though. Sun in Capricorn, moon just going in Libra. So this is dealing with a square right now. So we're going to have to learn how to create some fairness or some balance. The world we in, Libra, when it comes to how the world looks right now, the way it's constructed externally, Capricorn. So we're going to have to learn how to create some balance or some fairness when it comes to our status, our stability. Pardon me. Our status, our stability, our security, our foundations in our life, and how we materialize and manifest, and how we conduct ourselves, and how we obtain discipline. You know what I'm saying? And create healthy boundaries. All that devil card energy that you might need to create a tower moment and rebuild to have some form of structure and formation over your head and things of that nature, so you don't have to feel unsure or naked anytime you're in a quote-unquote compromising or vulnerable circumstance where you lack a know-how or an ability or an example in front of you to, pull from, so you don't feel like you have to think as an instant that y'all all supposed to be in as a spirit, because that's the true equilibrium space. Just a lot of times y'all get scared of the energies that come from things that you haven't experienced yet, or unfamiliar with it due to the fact of forgetting it, and the individuals ain't teach you what you already know yet. So, before you even start to observe what you actually experiencing, you develop your own subconscious thought of it, and in between you and that actual light form, you develop a substance between it, and that substance between it is what we call fear, resistance, you know what I'm saying, and a false sense of ego. And when you're seeing the actual form through the lens of that form you created in front of you, you're seeing a false sense of glasses as what's actually going on in reality, and it blocks you from going through that stargate or that portal to experience those experiences as a spirit, to manifest in the material world, to show you your actual path And a lot of times this is why y'all block y'all lives and stay in a certain cycle where you start to manifest the experience of being stuck in one spot in the spiritual world and a 1 to a third dimension. Everything around you make you feel smothered and stuck, and you have to do some extreme, strange things for a piece of change to obtain the things on your brain to get out of that motherfucking space. And you might feel like ain't no way out of it, so you might lose hope. And then when you lose hope, you're distracted with all the energies that you feel and think that form you in when you lack hope, and therefore you're distracted as a spirit to be paying attention to any other second, minute, or hour you could put energy work in for filling that space with new abilities, new talents, new creative things you can extract as an abstraction of experiencing those situations of having nothing, and just coming up with the idea of, if I was to have something, pulling that mind state out, directing it towards the things you little access that you do have that's little to nothing, and being able to make something out of nothing out of that. And now that brand new object in that current situation that's flunked out and stuck that you're in will take you right up out of it and show you start to show you that you're going to accumulate in your life in some way, shape, or form, and materialize and manifest. So it just take a thought, just a healthy one. It just take a seed, a healthy one. It just takes an idea, a healthy one. A negative idea will lead you into that negative circumstance that you already in even deeper, and now you're spiritually drowning. Don't be Sonic on dun 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 dun. Don't be Sonic. You might not have an extra man, an extra thought that can get you out of that water level. Now, game over. Got to start all over again. You done lost your job, and it wasn't no memory card on Sega Genesis, so you got to go back to the first level. You see what I'm saying? You got to go back to Emerald Hills or Emerald Island. Now, even though the INFJ, Archangel Uriel, made it sound relatable, you supposed to already know this is the esoteric highest spooky channel in the world. I wasn't actually talking about no game. I wasn't actually talking about Sega. I wasn't actually talking about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you there, you tapped in. If you see what I was talking about and you separated Sonic and all that and drowning and actually water and stuff, you separated that and you was in the spirit world to be like, I know what he's talking about. When I'm in my water, the way it's a wave in my situations via people, places, and things. But I know it ain't actually this. But I noticed what I'm swimming in, what he talking about. You tapped in. You tapped in. Now, if you ain't, 9 times out of 10, next week, next month, you're going to be just like one of them trolls. Oh, what you mean? Why you got to just talk about feminism? It's too, this kind of concept of thinking is too foreign for a person who lacks spirituality. Now, the Masons and the Jews made words for things that we can't explain, but when you're spiritually tapped in, you know there's certain areas that we experience no human made a word for yet. If you're the one that's experiencing that, guess whose job and duty is that then? Stop waiting on some other Galileo to do it so you can feel safe to argue. It's about time for you to be aware of these things God gave us all access to pay attention to. And how about you pull a piece of that American global universal pie down here for yourself? How about that? How about you get intelligent? How about you get smart? How about some college named up under you? You ever think about that before? Or did you just never had that foggiest thought? And your way of feeling like you was a part of the world was, hey, if I could just compete and challenge and dog eat dog world this person next to me and get an A faster than them, then I feel like somebody. Which one? Because last time I checked, that roof you doing that up under is named after somebody who ain't go to no goddamn college. They were somewhere in their godly energy and brought an ability down here, and then somehow some of them used it as witchcraft. So you in college debt, crumbs. They're somewhere never went to college. Whole bread loaf, Elon Musk floating around new spaceship looking cars. You give your blood, sweat, and tears to be in, just to have some other reprobate look at you like you somebody, knowing you ain't fulfilled. Because before you go to sleep when ain't nobody around, you're more stressed how you gonna pay the bill next month. Get your mind together. Now, y'all lucky this the PBS channel. But for the most part, like I said, with the moon in Libra, sun in Capricorn, yeah, I'm not giving no more grace. You humans gonna get intelligent. You gonna make me feel comfortable that I put you the best police officer in the world, the best astrologer in the world. You humans gonna make me feel comfortable first. It will happen though. Everything is possible. Or you wouldn't even have the courage already if you watched my channel for a few years to feel like this gift and talent that shine bright your family member never seen. But it exists for you to feel it even when you ain't watching me and to look at it. That meaning exists. Start working on it. I'll be watching. And when the time is right, it'll happen. Infinitely. The hell with Quincy Jones. We don't care about him watching you anymore. He never was. The hell with Neil deGrasse. You ain't gotta worry about getting into college debt 60 years of your life to be in front of him for him to still not be impressed. You gotta worry about him no more. You got me. He wasn't never gonna like your shit. Fuck him. It's about you now. Now, like I said, so with the moon being in Libra, you need to be reacting and responding to creating some fairness and balance to your status. You know, any blemishes. You know, when you need to be standing on business right now with the sun in Capricorn. So even when it comes to social media, you need to be creating some fairness and balance. Any polarization, too much of this energy that don't match your business and your status, you know, it's unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? You need to create some fairness and balance in whatever you're posting, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're expressing, and however you're interacting with individuals. So it's beyond looking at certain things when you're an individual who don't got no purpose. Right now, we're on the point of developing a purpose. That puts you in the mindset of thinking like, okay, what am I doing? Oh, I want to do this. Now, when you go back to your status, and then in this allegory, your social media page, what you're broadcasting, now you have a direct idea on, oh, this is unpolarized because this collection of postings don't match my purpose now. And this collection of posts was matching my purpose. Okay, let me go ahead and even the odds. That's uneven. Let me go ahead and cut and delete some of those so it can match some of this with my original equilibrium template center path purpose now. And let me go ahead and add more of this to my equilibrium. So when my page, it look more fair and balanced for whatever I want out of life as far as this new purpose, business, or goal or relationship. See what I'm saying? You have to play the role that you want to accumulate in your life. Not sit back and hold and retract and I don't know yet. Wait for external examples and then try to dive in just to manifest a motherfucking mistake. No, you express, you put out what's inside, so outside, God already know what you asked for, whether it's words or not. You let the universe energy go through you, and now you expressed it out of you without trying to think about the universe happening to you or for you. So if it ain't happening to you the right way, you hold it in. If it ain't happening for you the right way, you hold that feeling or negative thing in. And God said, let that go. Let that go, because when you put it out, even that damaged energy will attract someone to you to help you with that. But if no one knows what's actually going on inside, what make you think you can manipulate some false light to think that you can attract another individual to mind read and play just the right traits in this false light of dream you inside of as a spirit to motherfucker make you think you're safe enough to actually just open up a little bit. No, you just gonna attract a whole bunch of other motherfuckers like that, and then when y'all all go to war and who gonna open up first, guess what plays out as experiences? Toxic ass relationships, toxic ass business circumstances, toxic ass motherfucker living conditions and home family circumstances, all the way to the point that motherfucker you just gonna all y'all just goddamn toxic. Trauma bonding, self-sabotaging. I made a mistake. I ain't know what I was getting into energy. Get your mind right and it'll be all good, whatever you're trying to do. This is the early mechanisms of any situation, no matter what you into. Even if it's just with your goddamn mama. Now you're the spiritual parent. You become the parent of your parents. In the spiritual world, everything is in reverse. Might be in a younger body. In the spiritual world, way older space. Way older, broader spirit with a bigger atmosphere around it that accumulate into your young body in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension as way more thoughts and feelings, way more comprehension skills, way more common sense, way more far out thinking. They can only look at you like, damn, what the fuck did I have? Some type of messiah? You goddamn right. You better know that's what's happening, even if you already been told that and you don't know. You just, and then the world, society is so like indoctrinated, you might even use it as an ego or something like that. Now that I'm telling you what you actually experiencing and what you actually got a hold of, treat that with kindness. With great power comes great responsibility. Even when you seem like you're using it, manifesting in positive areas down here. Understand, you can become too greedy from that spiritual lens of it. Down here, it looked like you're going too far, or it looked like you're doing something successful, or in some way, shape, or form. Up there, you know that sometimes you may be going too far, so the outcome of it may be out of your hands, too chaotic, because you took on too many responsibilities that was out of your hand, and you may need some assistance in a way that may make you feel ashamed. So if you know how to take responsibility for that energy, you know how to not let that energy shine and boast too high, because you're using something that other individuals want. And what you might be thinking is good might be putting you in a position to get killed also, mentally. Somebody will steal that pride. Somebody will steal that joy. Somebody will steal that prosperity. You will be drank down here without that object that God gave you, that you allow another demon to take from you. Then the manifestations that it accumulate in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, you won't have no form of piece of it. No person, place, or thing that's tangible that you can have or hold or listen to make you go back to that space of thoughts and feelings of feeling good, thinking prosperity, thinking of your glory, of who you are, what you feel good about. Don't let nobody take that. That's your gold. If you never knew what they was talking about before in esotericism, now you know. And when you know what you're doing, you a bad motherfucker now. Know what I'm saying? Now also, we got the moon. We got the moon sextiling Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So for the most part, we all gonna have opportunities to be able to at least pay attention and find right solutions if you ain't too distracted in your ego about something. And narcissism, which all you humans got a little bit of. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that from me. I could do it much better. So to show you how to do you better, I got to do it towards y'all. And then now you do it in your own life. And then for the most part, now we meet back up. We on the same eye level. Let's build this atmosphere, create the Babylon within it, jump into those forms, experience these new worlds and bodies and love that we created. Time to wake up now. I can't baby feed y'all no more. That's what it is. Believe it. If you don't kick the fuck rocks, you're wasting time. Stay in hell. We're going to be real cut, clear, and dry from now on. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Or you on the wrong side of the universe. The dark part of YouTube. The dirty section of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And when you ready, and y'all with me, I'll show y'all characters that you will see that if you in that space and they can see you and you can see them, it ain't that bad. And it ain't no type of situation of them trying to hide. And you will actually see in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension all their children, descendants, some of them down here, and a lot of them that ain't down here yet, their influence playing out. That ain't came back yet. Then you really understand what I'm talking about as far as the shadows without even putting the word on it, government. There's a collection of responsible spirits when we start to get into this concept. And everybody ain't intelligent. Just like you could be in an LD class. There's going to be some smarter in that class, some dumber. There's good cops, bad cops. There's retarded cops, smart cops. So, you know, sometimes when you highly intelligent in this seat where you create all the eyes and ways of seeing things for other spirits to bend in and become the brain organ and the eyeballs and stuff like that. There's certain times that you have certain power and access just because you in that space, and you ain't always gonna make the right decision. But from the space you in, it ain't always negative either from your decision making that came to the conclusion of that choice and what was experienced for you to even think that was going to be the right decision. So those who just get lost in the sauce based upon casualty of war, low hanging fruit, you know what I'm saying? It's not so bad for them also. It's always teamwork makes the dream work. It's always teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And that's what they came to experience. Even if you came last in the physical, you came to experience being last, or there will be no such thing as someone being first and someone being second and someone being third. So you need to learn, once upon a time, you was on the cycle of a first. And you didn't had your way of dealing with it that was kind of narcissistic. And you still want your own first world. And now you got to realize how it feel to be last. You got to know how it feel when the person was last, when you was first. And you might not understand that right now. And if you're a human, you might still think I'm actually talking about when you played track and field in high school. Just know, on this channel, it's the highest esoteric channel ever. And we not talking about no feet, kneecaps, and ankles. We not talking about no track and field. We not even talking about no race. But if you put the word spiritual in front of it, you might be onto something. You talking about a spiritual race, you might be onto something. You tapped in now. You tapped in now. Witness the strength of street power. So here are the parables. Express yourself. Express yourself. Why you think that song came out before you was born, and it could just come on the radio, and for some reason your brain already trained to kind of automatically be familiar with it, and you kind of automatically know a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Why you think that? There's certain times that some of these humans was in the studio and God was there at that time. Some people catch it, got to got it. Everybody don't. There's mechanisms. There's certain times the people was born and people was in the studio, God wasn't there. You got a little pump, and you got people like Hitler being born. So you got to know how to compare and contrast in this world. You'll be all right. You know how to cherry pick now. Now, once again, we're not talking about no actual fruit, no cherry, but the food for thought. It tastes so sweet, though. It tastes so sweet, though. It tastes so sweet, though. We could turn water into wine with that. That's what it's talking about. All right? Now, you could practice that as above, so below. Because you know you got a collection of spirits that already be practicing that energy, which is why you got a calendar. But guess what the mathematical precision mechanism you'll put together, right? A liquor store. So what fruit you want to extract to get high off of? Love? Or that bottle of Hennessy that you might fall in love with? This is why I need y'all around me in person. It has to be an experience of I'm myself for you to be yourself. And that pure energy of non-judging, you can't, that point you're learning everything without you needing to learn something from me. And, oh, what's my zodiac? That part you learn everything. Then when we get back to that part, it all look better. It look different. It look better though. And you'll realize how you previously seen it, how it's still the same as that, but how it was never that the whole time. That's why there's a such thing as y'all see other gurus and shamans and stuff create resort shit, Reiki shit. There's some shit just have to be in person as connection and just being free amongst each other beyond the knowledge that we use to attract us. that match something that we don't have. Everybody see a light and a light we don't have inside of another that another can't see in themselves, which builds that friction battery system that all male and females do to cause us to attract to each other. This is the mechanism of life, period. Fuck your subjective idea. You wouldn't be here without it, because it even took your mother and your father for you to have that vessel you in. From the physical perspective. So everything we create in the physical is mimicking what we do with the mind, and the mind in the spiritual world. So it always takes a team. Rather in the mind, the way of fucking don't look like it bending in and becoming the organs and how we do it that way. It's still the same thing. It's just us rubbing up our minds. And we're able to share space. A little bit of my space spirit could jump in inside of your mind just a little bit. A little bit of your space and spirit could jump in my mind a little bit. And that thing, that accumulation, when your mind and everybody else's mind collide, that's all the constellations. That's all the suns. That's how a sun is created. Accumulation of atmospheres. Atmospheres, thoughts and feelings. The accumulation of atmosphere, the heavier version feeling. The lighter of it that's making it heavy, the macro thought. The spirit is inside of it, the entity. When it moves inside of its mind to interact with another space and the mind around it, you create an accumulation of y'all thoughts and feelings. And in between, that's y'all connection. But it's like a accumulation that becomes heavy in that lighter world is what y'all call as spectrums of light. You know what I'm saying? But you see in a micro from the macro. Density levels, thoughts and feelings, making the transition of how that become big in the first place, but how we did it at a simultaneous level to experience from the perspective of how I'm talking about it. And then boom, you can make that bigger form look like the form we couldn't see. So we're always making something look like nothing so we can experience things in the lightest way, the most beautiful way. You call it beautiful now, but it's really just a lighter way. You call it ugly and chaos right now, but it's really just transitioning without clinging on to it. And if you cling on to it, experiencing a transition, y'all call that death or pain or this hurts or something's moving that I'm inside of, that I'm stuck, or something's moving in a shape in a way that I didn't create it the first way, and that dent is making my spirit feel smothered and I got to get out of this. When can I get out of this world? And y'all just be really saying y'all mind, so you can create another mind, condense into an organ, and then we're living that world. The mind is the world. I need to make these things simple for y'all so you can start teaching your 3-year-olds, or if they're around listening. And if you're a female, at this point, I don't care who your baby daddy is. Your baby daddy is my child, and the kids y'all had is my children. Care what you're talking about. Or him. He can kick rocks, really. If he go to hell, he don't believe. We got to play some type of order system. He don't got the thought. I do. Ain't no police force going to be named under him. It's going to be named under me. He can be the chief or something like that. Or the sergeant, the FBI or something like that. He don't know how to do all the FBI, the forensics, the DEA. He don't know how to do all those at one time. He can sit down or kick rocks if he don't want to be in the police force. We don't need reprobates. We need the children in the world to know how constructed, the new guardians. That ain't the low MABBT personality types. We need all the new guardians to be all NFJs, NFTJs, and NPFs and all this stuff. Now I'm tired of these goddamn new kids growing up, going to jail at 14, getting out at 19, getting a double cup, turning 20 years old, and everybody think they 60 years old and did a 90-year bid in somebody's Uncle Junebug and Auntie Sally, and drunk one at that. No, we tired of that. I'm tired. God damn. Y'all can't handle the job. I ain't nobody about to be sitting around for another 2,000 years. I'm tired of hearing anything that got anything to do with Pan-Africanism. I'm tired. Ain't y'all tired of arguing that with the next dude in the next jail cell? Ain't y'all tired with all that jail man knowledge and coming outside the Hebrewism outfits? I'm tired. So what good is yo bitch and your kids being in that New York City apartment by themselves because they waiting on you to get out of jail because they thought you was selling incense oil candlesticks, but when the police pulled you over, it wasn't nothing but 10 bricks and a pistol in your trunk. Now the kids in your household is in your footprints. No, it's about time for them to be in mine. It's about time. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the donation, Terra Love. I appreciate that from the bottom of my real stuff. Flaunt smack monkey. Goddamn, all this red pill energy going out, that in feminists and shit, especially with the red pill. Shit, the way I see the future, might not be no more goddamn kids having. Shit, they didn't lock R. Kelly up. Ain't no goddamn old baby making music. Motherfuck. Y'all going too far down here. Y'all going way too far. I don't want to fuck a machine. I don't want to pay for a test tube, baby. Y'all not going to allow me to sit here and sit back and see that's where y'all going. And y'all like it. Because they got convenient systems. Debit cards and stuff. Y'all make me sick. Except that pumpkin spice. I'm saying, good old pumpkin spice. You better leave it up for a whole nother season. You better leave it past winter time. You better not cut it off like y'all did last year and the year before that. Oh, as soon as it turned Capricorn season, we discontinued it. Nah, hell, nah, shit, it's still Halloween, bitch. You're here on Earth. Bitch, every day is Halloween for me. Motherfucker. April Fool's gang. And April Fool goons. The birth, then Halloween, the death. I could give a fuck about any other transit. Bitch, Mars all day, bitch, Pluto, bitch. Now, look, check this out. Now, like I said, we got these goddamn Mercury, Venus, and Mars and Sagittarius. So, you know, we want to expand in those energies. We want to expand in our passions. We want to expand in our thought process. That might not always be sufficient. You know, you expanding in your thought process in your mind and you expressing it out your mouth might look like or sound like you need a straitjacket. Make others feel like they need to escape from whatever the hell you talking about at the moment. AKA Mercury and Sagittarius. I'm saying Mercury is debilitated in Sagittarius. It's debilitated in Sagittarius and Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, anytime we got Mercury in those energies, you need to make sure you got a healthy release system. Some type of creative passion, some type of allegory, or you know how to think real good based upon you know what's in your mind that other people have seen that would make sense. You know, it's movies you like that other people watched and stuff like that, that you could kind of mix what you're trying to say that can make it more relatable. So when it's coming out your mouth during the Mercury being a Sag or Pisces, I don't have to look at you like, hey, we might need to create them M13 mask again and stuff like that. And like whisper in the government and say, hey, what about telling the world something floating through the air again? Because, hey, I don't care. Because this person I'm with next, they believe it. And I need them to believe it because, shit, they need to cover that and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like, you would start thinking, like, man, I ain't so upset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That might not be such a bad idea right there. You know what I'm saying? So I can take my mask off anytime that I'm by myself. Hey, I support it anytime I'm around this smack monkey. Oh, real stuff. Real stuff. So you gotta really think. You gotta think. It's hard to think, though. Anytime Mercury is in Sagittarius and Pisces. So, but it's easy to think anytime you need to blame it on God, go into parables and go and think about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie so you can use that as an allegory to make an excuse of, you know, why you didn't goddamn rob your grandma line from an SSI check before y'all went to church. And now she ain't got no goddamn gas money that she saved the $5 all month because she didn't counterpartmentalize each $5 that she gonna make sure everybody get to church. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, you just some smack monkey or something like that. And whatever you came out your mouth talking about, nah, this was by the DVD collection, drunk auntie, grandma and stuff like that, where the Matrix at, and the Blu-ray collection and stuff like that and stuff. And everything that come out your mouth, you know grandma deep down gonna say that you need a straitjacket. Now you know that. You know she know that. No, we going to church whether we about on empty or not. You need Jesus. AKA straitjacket. Straitjacket, gotta make that money, man. Jesus a Pisces. And all that. Don't go no further than that. Hey, why your grandma got them two fishies on the back of her license plate? Don't go no further. Don't go no further than that, bitch. Don't go no further than that. Smack monkey. Smackfish. Your grass-fed pet bluegill rayfish. Yo, Seagram's gin bottle line shark. Yo, hammerheart head octopus. Yo, healthy iguana pet pregnant alligator face. God damn, don't go no further than that. Or we gonna drown. Wak. Oh, pet aqua face. Oh, awkward man. Aqua woman neck jawline. Hey, it's all in the game. It's witchcraft. You're on the aqua level. You're in the water. Why when you drown, he say aqua? Motherfucking witchcraft. Get it in your mind. Get your mind right. Real shit. Get your mind right. Now, like I said. But yeah. But when we start to talk about Sagittarius and energies of that nature, that's straitjacket. So make sure you got a video game like Sonic. Make sure you got a movie like The Matrix that you could put in your little conversation when you're trying to rock grandma to sleep and blame it on God of why her $5 is missing and the last stick of the Winter Fresh gum or Big Red or Juicy Fruit or some shit or Double Mint. You know, grandma breath hot. You know what I'm saying? She was counting on that goddamn stick of gum so she could go talk to the preacher after ceremony and goddamn church is done and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. She didn't goddamn slipping like shit like, oh, my breath hot from praising God and catching the Holy Ghost. She always practiced that. She all get ready to goddamn have a heart attack because she in her purse and shit. She can't find the last stick of gum and shit like that. Goddamn, it was in your mouth before y'all even got in the car in the morning and shit. Yo, goddamn thief. I said, God, go to hell. Anyway, shit to your family. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation, Chakra. I appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, you say fuck words and faces. Yeah, we're going to learn how to talk in body language. We're going to be like, understand everything we're talking about. We're going to be able to understand everything we're talking about. Bring all kind of atmospheres like it ain't nothing. We all had that childlike spirit and imagination and bringing it into existence like it ain't nothing. And live that baby world. We never grew up. We could keep one form, something to look like nothing. Something that's formless that don't grow. That's a cold ass contradiction, sweet spot between triplets of Cancer, spiritual equilibrium, seeks center path, making a world that look just like God. It ain't God, but it's God, and it's God coming in flesh type shit. God damn, that's beautiful. God, y'all would never understand. Y'all wouldn't even never understand why I just said that's beautiful. How deep that get. That's a deep world, though. At least I gave y'all a spark. That little spark in my eye you was able to see. Well, that's heaven. Let's get there. Time to live through me. We gonna get there. Little baby, you're not a rapper no more. You give all your rapper money to me, and you will be able to use your money for the right things now. And probably cut out people. You could be you better. Now, you'll be able to look at your own circumstances and use your eye of you better and look at everybody in your own circumstance like, damn, I don't need this manager. They've been fucking me up. Damn, Michael Keaton or Michael Bolton or whatever like that been rubbing his nuts on my ass cheek. That's why I ain't selling no records no more. Damn, I need to be doing 1,000 things by myself. Now we can meet. You know what I'm saying? We can meet now. You know what I'm saying? We be in a new world, though. Show you how to get it done. I just have to use you, show you how to be you better. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get your eye out of it, you're gonna feel much better. You're gonna be like, I feel much better. You know what I'm saying? I feel much better. Now, when you do things for other individuals, you'll be able to truly tell someone, I did this for you without no expectation. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be expecting nothing from Archangel Uriel. You know, I create the atmosphere. I gave you the template. You know what I'm saying? What you gave being a little baby, little Wayne and stuff like that, you did this for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes sacrificing. Sometimes it takes losing it all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes giving. You know what I'm saying? You never did that before, did you? Do you know how I feel not to be a narc? You know what I'm saying? Do I gotta come down here and be a narc harder than you to show you that you can't be a narc? It's time for you to stop. Do I gotta show you what you are as an esoteric mirror to show you where you was a narc at in your own life? It don't matter. I come as the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You too nice, I'ma be negative. You know what I'm saying? To show you it's time for you to be negative because I'ma be open and allow you to be nice to me, right? Until you reach that point that I blow up on you with the INFJ energy and show you that all you did was see your true colors, right? I showed you your true colors. You take advantage. You know what I'm saying? So you need to keep that in mind too. You too evil. I'ma be nice. You know what I'm saying? I'ma be nice because I'ma be open and let you be evil to me. So the more you evil to me, I'ma show you how you're evil to other people in your life. And it's time for you to start being nice. You too nice, I'ma be evil. Because I'ma show you in your life, personally, people you already know that I had to show you by showing you I understand you even when you didn't understand you. Then allow you to be nice. Then when I be negative, you gonna look at other people in your life and be like, damn, I was too nice to them. It's time for me to be negative. So you could be like, yeah, it's time for me to start cussing motherfuckers out. Now we can meet. You learned your lesson. I just had to show you to be you better than you when you was using you for negative purposes. No matter the spectrum you came in. You came in this world in. This world is mine though. And we need to start doing it better. See what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, getting into these motherfucking energies, when we start to get into the sun being a goddamn Capricorn, right? And it's trining Jupiter, you know that in Taurus, there's going to be in conjunction to Mercury, Venus, and Mars, so you may even misunderstand where you need to expand when it comes to trying to explain what's on your mind. And what's on your mind, the more crafty you can explain it, the more you accumulate material and maternal from the world. So don't even be listening to somebody telling you your silence, it means something more. No, your silence is being used to prove to another reprobate human. When you speak, you might be too distracted to care about trying to prove to another human something, and when you speak, you're too busy manifesting and materializing. Thank you so much for the donation, Kenny Sensei. And you will be able to be quiet when God tell you to be quiet, to listen to God, based on dealing with what you have already accumulated, and it's starting to become a burden of the you having to readjust and craft and knowing what to sacrifice to be able to go into the next space with the intelligence and the abilities of which you just accumulated from that current or previous space. You said, thank you for teaching me how to stop making myself smaller for others. Right. I am now on a journey of loving myself. Right. And that's how you teach people better than anything. You know what I'm saying? By example. Even if they're used as a sacrifice, because it don't do nothing but make the whole circumstance better for yourself and them and everybody as a team. The team is only as strong as the weakest link. So the strongest link got to make sure the weakest link appear just as strong. So even the weakest link from the outside looking in just look like a strong ass team, and there is nothing weak. He said, while maintaining a healthy ego to express my power through equal love. Real shit. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Love you too. And that's strength is better than anything. Strength is over your insecurities. Strength is over your lack of courage. Strength is over your fears. Strength is over courage. When you got strength, you don't even need no motherfucking courage, because you got a motherfucker enough mental endurance and strength to even go through something that you even lack courage in, even when you have to sacrifice and be open to get punched in the face. The strength of, I know I'm going to survive tomorrow, goes beyond the courage of you not having the courage to fight back. So strength goes beyond things. And when a person can look at strength and they have the physical ability to punch you, that might stop them from punching you. No weapon formed against you shall motherfucking prosper in this bitch when you got strength. A person will see a quality in you they don't have and start to see that them using their physical ability to punch is a form of weakness. How powerful you come. And then for the most part, they'll be able to look at you like, I can't even punch this thing even if I had the physical power, because they got something I don't have. Strength. And I need to use this strength that they got to get the fuck out of wherever I'm using my fist for, to cover up whatever this insecurity that make me cry behind closed doors, that I use this fist externally outside of doors to cover up, to make sure nobody see what I be going through behind closed doors. Even if they ain't in front of that door that I be shutting, that I be behind. And that's when you know you the motherfucking powerful spirit. Strength goes beyond measures as a mechanism. These are templates. You use these things like bitches. You know what I'm saying? Also, now with the moon being in Libra, it's going to inconjunct Jupiter. So like I said, you may misunderstand how to react or respond to what you need to expand in your life, that you very damn well know that you need to expand. You done outgrown, whether via geographical location, mental actions, relationships, friendships, siblingships, litter conditions. You know where you're feeling smothered, and you know what you need to do to expand, even if the smothering don't mean you have to leave the current circumstance, person, place, or thing, or living condition. You know what you need to expand in to make that current circumstance more livable, or more sufficient, or more comfortable. And anytime you're not doing these things, changing these minds, changing these bad habits, doing these other actions, expressing these ideas, getting out of these stuck circumstances and relationships that's holding you back, where you got to be in a position of, well, I'm just going to do what I love doing when this person hang up, or when this person leave, or something like that. And they not the type of person to add on, do these things with you and stuff like that, to the point that you might got to remind each other to get away from each other, because y'all got to go to y'all own bed to go to sleep, because y'all so excited about what y'all both doing. If you ain't in no goddamn relationship or circumstance like that, bitch, homie cheese, homie slice, you wasting time. And you know it. And if you don't know it, it's because you lack a purpose. You ain't got nothing to do anyway. So you're bored, I don't mind, and you're looking for attention, validation. So that's more of importance. So what you think you being creative of is having someone pay attention to your non-productivity. And for the most part, you're going to attract other people in that same space. So when y'all fighting for those energies, non-productivity, you guys are both to make each other busy with non-productivity energy. That just leads into y'all being, I don't mind, leads to y'all both being in the devil's playground, aka being very unproductible together. Now both of y'all are dopes. One is Beavis, one is Butthead, and one is the Buttist, and one is Beavet. And y'all all four eating Totito chips all night and stuff like that, Netflixing and chill, and then tomorrow doing the same thing, and then next week no one doing anything with their goddamn life but thinking all day. And why we blurry? I don't know why we blurry. But for the most part, let me refresh it real quick. Why do I